Is eating with your hands hygienic? Is it common among the Indians to do so? Is it part of their culture or tradition? Don't know the answer.
Let's find out! We'll be asking some people to do our interview and survey. Let's go!
Good afternoon, Auntie. We will now interview some questions on Indian culture. Firstly, do you eat with your hands?
Yes, it's our culture to use our hands.
Okay, and do you think it's hygienic to eat with your hands?
Oh yes, we should wash our hands first with soap before we eat. So it's no problem.
And how often do you eat with your hands?
Whenever we take rice, that's when we use our hands.
Okay, so what will you all do when you all encounter like some foods like soup or drinks?
Soups, we use spoon or we pour it into a cup. We drink.
Okay, so do you think it's like okay? And if you all are outside, do you all still eat with your hands?
Or maybe in the restaurants we use our hands. Sometimes, like we go hawker center, we use fork and spoons.
So why will you all use your hands in home and outside you all use fork and spoon?
Outside because of we need to wash our hands. We need to look for the washroom, so we use the fork and spoon. Convenience.
Okay, so thank you very much for spending your time with us.
Okay, thank you.
Now Elsie will be sharing with us the results of the survey. Elsie, please.
Following are the results collected from the surveys we did with the non-Indians. Firstly, the result shows that 10 out of 10 people do not use their bare hands to eat. Secondly, 2 out of 10 agree that such way of eating is hygienic, while 8 out of 10 do not agree so. This shows that the majority think that eating with bare hands is not hygienic. Thirdly, all of the 10 people we surveyed agree that if they are Hindu followers themselves, they will accept to use their bare hands to eat for their own culture. This shows that Singaporeans do respect their culture traditions in modern days. Fourthly, if they were given a chance to try eating food with their bare hands, 9 out of 10 agree that they would give it a try, while 1 says no. This shows that the majority are willing to give it a try. Most of the Singaporeans are keen to learn about other races' culture. Lastly, 10 out of 10 people, which is all, agree that they see the Hindu followers hold great respect towards their religion. The above are the results we've collected from the surveys. Good afternoon, Madam Lim. We would like to interview on some questions on Indian culture. Firstly, do you often see Indian eating with their hands?
Yes, sometimes I see them eating the roti prata using their hands. And maybe nasi biryani.
Secondly, do you think it's hygienic to eat with their hands?
I think it's okay as long as they wash their hand before eating, and I think it's part of their practice.
And thirdly, if you're given a chance, you would like to try to eat with your bare hands?
Maybe I will try one day because I want to see how interesting is it without using any utensils when eating.
Do you think that the Hindus pay great respect towards their culture?
I think they did respect their own culture lah, as long that they follow what they're supposed to do.
Thank you, Madam Lim, for spending your time with us.
Thank you.
After watching our video, do you feel like trying a brand new way to eat your food? Do you feel like using your hands to eat your food like how the Indians do? If you want to try out something new, why don't you try it now?